Welcome to this Bridgewater Now update. I'm John Locke alongside Jeff Fowler as we get ready for the 4th of July here in Bridgewater. We are in the Common because that's where the parade will be coming through on July 4th. Steps off at 10 a.m. and we do have the parade route if you wanted to take it down. If you're going to be driving around town, these are the areas you might want to avoid. It's going to start on Grove Street, move on to Summer Street, turning on Dean Street, Worcester Street, then it's going to turn on to Route 18 here, coming through the center, taking right over at Lucky Star gas station, and then going on to Summer Street to round out the parade. And Jeff, it's going to be a very warm day to have a parade, so there are some precautions people are going to want to take.
Yeah, of course, you always want to use common sense. A sunblock, I guess, is number one right off the bat. Have some water with you. I do understand our friends at Central Square are going to be offering up some lemonade there and a little bit of a cool spot if you do need to take a break. We've had some pretty warm parades in the past, and I think the residents of Bridgewater and our surrounding communities have learned to weather it, and hopefully we'll keep the thunderstorms away, at least during the parade, and we'll make it through.
And usually the Common is actually really shaded during the parade, so that might be an area people might want to get to avoid the direct hit of the sun. So after the parade, it's going to be the Arts and Music Festival taking place over at the quad at Bridgewater State. We have a petting zoo, sand art, a railroad, Scott Olson's favorite thing, a rock wall, face painting, and of course our favorite thing, fried dough, because we like fried dough.
Exactly.
Look at us.
You can't tell already.
Yeah.
And Nora Tarr does a fantastic job with the festivities at the center, and she does this every year along with the Bridgewater Cultural Council, and we certainly send kudos to her, and kudos to our friends at the fire department as well, who are giving us their support as they always do, and police department who are here in the Common today.
After the Arts and Music Festival, you can go home, maybe have a quick little barbecue, because starting at 5 o'clock is the annual carnival and the fireworks show. And this is a show that I think is one of the biggest fireworks shows in Massachusetts, or at least southeastern Massachusetts, but nevertheless takes in 10, 15,000 people. It's an event that people look forward to year round.
We've had the privilege of having Atlas Pyro with us for years. They do a fantastic job. It is averages between a 23 and 27 minute display. It is non-stop, so it goes right on through, and certainly a great job. And we do have a few minor changes this year, minor tweaks. So we'll actually be having our handicap parking on Route 18 this year on the front lot, and then our food will be over at the Cottage Street lot, which will make it a little more convenient for our handicap patrons. And we'll also have additional food over towards the Williams School, over towards the Badgers Field. So we'll have a good variety. I think we'll have pretty much every type of food covered. And knowing the good folks here at BTV, we will take part in eating just about every type of that food as well, as we do very well.
I go between fried dough and fried Oreos. I don't know about you.
I take fried anything.
There you go. Let's talk about the 4th of July committee. You are on the 4th of July committee, and this is something that a lot of people don't really notice when they go to these fireworks shows and the parade as well. This is all through fundraising and donations. This isn't from the town at all, really, as far as financial statements go.
Well, that's right. We've had been very fortunate to have some great support over the years between the business community and also the residents of Bridgewater. And I found it interesting last week. There was a post on Facebook reminding everybody, it was actually a resident reminding folks that $5 donations can actually add up. We got a chunk of $5 donations in. I went and made a deposit of $1,800 the next day at the bank. So, it does add up every amount. It certainly helps us out. It costs roughly around $27,000 to put this event on for the entire day's festivities. And, we've been very fortunate to have those donations and support. And it's great. I think it's the one day that Bridgewater really shines. The community comes out. We have a lot of folks that come in from surrounding communities, and they choose to bring their families here in Bridgewater to celebrate the day, and I think that means a lot. But I'm just one person. Lisa Curley is our chair, and really is one of our prime supporters and has been for years. Norm Chipman, Sandra Haynes, and we have the Bew family helping us out as well, and Lisa's family too. That's the big thing. I always say thank you to the families for allowing us to spend all these hours doing this, and every year it works out well, and it certainly makes it all worth it when you do have the families able to come here and celebrate and enjoy themselves and enjoy a day full of celebration. It really makes a difference. And again, Nora Tarr was a committee of one for the festivities over at Bridgewater State, but that's a nice way to tie it all in as well.
All right, and the planning actually really starts the day after the 4th for 4th of July 2019.
It sure does. It's actually already begun for 2019, and it's a year-long effort. But we have a very strong public safety divisions here in the town, and police and fire do yeoman's work. We pretty much just have to get the funding in place and kind of start the day, and then really our public safety comes in, and they're always faced with unique challenges every year, but everything's kind of behind the scenes. The public never really has to worry about anything, and it is because of their work, so we really thank them.
So definitely great work by the 4th of July committee. And as you go to the parade on the 4th of July, you may notice the little white kiosk down at the end of the common here. It actually got a little bit of work done thanks to the Asamaquin Club, and Jeff actually had a chance to talk to the ladies at Bridgewater Savings Bank.
I think it came about when I was parked at the lights and kind of looked over at the kiosk, and it was all moldy and there was green moss on the roof, and really was kind of disgusting. So I went to the town manager and asked him if he was going to have it taken down. There was no use for it anymore, and he said no, he had no plans to do that. So I said, well, would you mind if my Asamaquin Club beautified it a little bit? It might help some of the other companies in the town to maybe spruce up their buildings too. So I went to my club and they thought it was a good idea, and we took it from there.
All right, so great work by the ladies getting everything together here, but there are also a couple of other people that helped out with getting all the repairs done as well, Jeff.
Right. Well, you saw Paula, part of the group with the garden club, and you'll notice on the kiosk there's a nice patriotic wreath there. The garden club has offered up their time to cycle and circulate throughout the year different decorations on the kiosk to make it look nice. And also Tim Dorr, did a lot. Les's son, he was out there, a couple of days before, helping him with the shingles, helping them with some construction work to get the kiosk ready for the paint to be done. And Tim took some time off of his days, took some time off work actually to come down there and to donate his services. So it really was a really nice community effort. And the one thing that Bridgewater can always be proud of, especially this time of year, is community preservation. And I think that project is just one of many that helps us do that. And folks out here at the parade can enjoy that.
Great work done by everybody. And don't forget the parade steps up at 10 a.m. We'll have the parade for you live on BTV9 at 10:15, also on btvaccess.com. So if you're not in Bridgewater, you can definitely check it out online. We'll have live coverage for you starting at 10:15. If you missed anything from the day, we'll have you covered on Bridgewater Review. A special 4th of July edition of Bridgewater Review comes your way on July 6th, so the following Friday after the 4th of July. So for Jeff Fowler, I'm John Luck. Thanks for watching.